You don't know the power of the dark side.
Broadcasting live from 38 Studios in Providence, this is the Go Ask Mickey podcast, helping you with the tips, tricks, and the tools needed to save you time and money on your next Disney vacation. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, send them to goaskmickey@gmail.com.
Hey, what's up? I'm your host, Jerry, from goaskmickey.com, the Grand Poobah and the High Priest of the Disney Nation, helping you save time and money on your next Disney vacation. In the studio with me is the charismatic, yes, that's a $5 word right there, charismatic Fast Eddie. On the show today, I will be answering your questions about Disney, money, and life. If you have any questions you'd like answered, visit goaskmickey.com. This weekend, I ended up going over to the local, quote-unquote, hardware box store, which is Lowe's, around the corner of my house. And I ended up going there because my washing machine decided to tap out. So I had to go buy a new washing machine. So me and my wife went over to the local Lowe's, headed over there, and were shopping for some washing machines. And we ended up buying one. And as we were checking out, the man who was ringing us out and telling us about all the warranties and all that stuff was wearing this amazing watch. This watch was like rock star quality watch. Like Steven Tyler should be wearing a watch like this. You know, Tony Stark should be wearing this watch. So I was just like, focused on this watch. And it kicked in my head that this guy works at Lowe's in the appliance department, and he has that kind of a watch. I wouldn't buy a watch like that, but that's just me, because I'd rather spend my money somewhere else. So I started thinking a little bit more, and as we were leaving, we went to the parking lot, and I'm walking in the parking lot, and I'm looking at these cars, and there's an Audi, there's a BMW, there's these really, really nice cars. And I'm going, wow, as we're getting into our beat-up car, I'm going, how do these people afford this stuff? How are they able to buy cars like this and still get through life and do the things they want to do? And it just occurred to me that they're not living that Disney lifestyle, that lifestyle that you kind of sacrifice for that. I want to go to Disney this year. I want to go to Disney next year. I want to go to Disney twice this year. And these are the, kind of like sacrifices that you make to do what you want. And that's not living the life that is 100% available to you. You can have a Disney lifestyle, and there are simple things you could do every day to achieve that, whatever your dreams are. Whether you want that watch, or you want that car, or you want that Disney vacation. That's what I'm teach. That's what I teach. I want everyone everywhere, everyone listening, to experience that kind of Disney lifestyle. Anybody listening to this show is a Disney fan, and they will understand what I'm trying to say. So hundreds of thousands of families are living exceptional lifestyles on modest incomes, like that guy. He works at Lowe's. I don't know what his paycheck is like, but I'm sure he's making ends meet. Big families, little families. It doesn't matter. You just need to gain the smarts to do this, and you gotta want it. And the want is more important, because if you want something bad enough, you will find a way to get it. I heard a great quote the other day. It's stuck in my head. When you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. So when you say yes to that watch, you're saying no to that Disney vacation. When you say yes to that BMW or that Audi or whatever kind of car, you're saying no to that Disney lifestyle. And I don't want to say that to make you feel bad. We've all been in that place. Every one of us. But I say that because next time you can ask yourself, if I say yes to this, what am I saying no to? If I say yes to that watch, am I saying no to a Disney vacation? You know, whether it's a Coach pocketbook or a BMW or a new guitar. Yeah, well, all right, I won't use that, but anything. So you got to ask yourself, am I willing to sacrifice that for this? And when you ask that question, you become more aware of your decisions. And it makes you think about living that Disney lifestyle. So spend the time now working towards that Disney future. And you'll be living that Disney lifestyle. Those are the words. We'll be right back with your questions right after this. All right. Rita from, doesn't say, wants to know, I wanted to book breakfast at Cinderella Castle for my daughter, her 3rd birthday, but it will be closed from February 28th to March 2nd for refurbs. Any idea where else? And what is the best Disney hotel for the best value? Thank you in advance for all your suggestions. So my part one of the question is the Cinderella Castle. It's going to be closed, so obviously you want to set up a reservation for that time, and they will not be there. So what you want to do is try, I would say the second guess would be Akershus. I think that's how you say it. And that is in Epcot in the Norway Pavilion. And they do breakfast and dinners, I believe. But you definitely want to stick to a breakfast because I think the food quality is better than at the dinners. So I would go with that because you're getting all the princesses and the characters and all that. And it's a decent breakfast for the value. And it's actually a better value, really. It's a lot cheaper than the Cinderella's Castle. And the second part of the question is, what is the best Disney hotel for the best value? Well, the best value are going to be the value resorts. And you're probably if you're looking for the cheapest, that is going to be, I think it's All-Star Sports. All-Star Music is a little higher than sports, and then All-Star Movies is going to be higher than music's. So for the lowest price would be All-Star Sports, but I believe the best value, even though it's a little bit more pricier, the best value you're going to get is at Pop Century. Pop Century has a better transportation system. It's a lot smaller, so you don't have to walk as far as compared to the other ones. And if you're going in, what did you say, February to March, somewhere in there, I'm assuming, I don't know when that new gondola system is going to be around. That might be working by then. So you might have another form of transportation. But the transportation at Pop is top of the line. So you're not going to have a problem with that. So that, in my opinion, is the best value for a Disney resort. So good luck with that. On to the next question. Okay, on to the next question, which is from Hillary. Oh, wait, Karen, sorry. I just learned about renting DVC points. Can you please share any experiences that have done this? The pros and the cons, and which website should I go through? Okay, so renting DVC points. Well, DVC points is the Disney Vacation Club, and you can rent points to stay at deluxe resorts. So with this, you need to go through a reliable rental place, which is basically the David's. There's a David's and there's a DVC rental. Either one of those websites will be a guaranteed good experience. And sometimes they charge anywhere from $17 to, who knows, depending on the person with the points, $17 per point. So if you're buying 100 points, that's going to cost you $1,700. So it does get up high, a little bit high, but you're paying for deluxe accommodations, which in my eyes are really nice, especially in Disney's resort. So you should check out David's or DVC rentals. You can also what was the other question? The experiences, they're great. I mean, I've used them before, and we've stayed at the boardwalk. Sometimes the DVC, that's the only drawback, is the DVCs tend to be further away from the main areas, so it's a little bit of a walk. But it's fantastic. It's a great experience, and once you do it, you kind of get hooked on it. So, and it's a cheaper stay. Like I said, you're going to get a cheaper experience for a deluxe resort than you would if you were to pay through Disney for that same room. So, thank you for your question.
You're listening to the Go Ask Mickey podcast.
Hello, my name is Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
It has been 3 weeks since my last fish. On my honour, or may I be chopped up and made into soup.
You're an inspiration to all of us. Amen.
Okay, Tori Kaylee wants to know, from Louisiana, she wants to know, when does Disney put up their Christmas decorations? Get ready from Halloween to Christmas so fast, they do it overnight. They go from the Halloween party, which is, I believe, November 1st is the last Halloween party. And on November 2nd, they throw up in one night all the Christmas decorations. So that is in the Magic Kingdom only. Now, they do take a little longer at the resorts, but they do one night, boom, they're up there. So if you plan a vacation, say, the last week of October to the first week of November, you can see all of Halloween and all of Christmas. It's a popular week. So keep that in mind when you're planning your vacations. A lot of people like to do something like this, so it gets very crowded. So you're going to see at this time of year that it's going to be very crowded. So definitely keep that in mind when you're going. And November 2nd is the date on which they switch over. Thank you for your question. Okay, Jess wants to know, when's the best month you've ever visited for low or lower crowds? Now that will never probably happen ever again. Yeah, well, I've been noticing the crowds have been getting bigger every year, so it's definitely crowded at Disney constantly. Now, less crowds or lower crowds, that's the key. The lower crowds are usually when school is in. So you're talking from September to, like, say, May. So the best time probably is like September, early to mid-September. And you could go as far as February. February is really good. January is great. But there's a lot of closures in January. Closures for the fixing of rides or whatever. So you get a lot of refurbs going on in January and February. So you're looking at, like, a small window that you're going to get lower crowds. It's a hit or miss. Sometimes it's crowded, sometimes it's not. You don't know. Stay away from holidays. Any holiday that it's going to be crowded because people are going to go. Stay away from hurricanes. That's a big one. And I think even in May, I've gone in May. The weather's probably better in May. It's not as crowded. September, it's really hot. January, it's not bad. February is not bad. It's cool. It's nice, but the shorter park hours. So it's give or take. What are you willing to sacrifice to get the lower crowds? Good luck with that. And we'll be right back with some more questions right after this. All right, we are back. You're listening to the Go Ask Me podcast. I got another question from Erica, who needs some advice. We visited Disney 2 weeks ago and booked the bounce back offer for December of 2018 with the free dining. Great. My concern is when we called, there were hardly any moderate resorts available, so we booked at Art of Animation Lion King Suite. We are traveling with 4 adults and 2 kids, ages 4 and 6. I'm now concerned about reviewing videos in YouTube. These rooms are not big enough for 2 families to be together for 7 days. I originally wanted 2 rooms so the kids would have their own downtime, plus that would give us a total of 4 double beds rather than 3 double beds. What should I do? Well, you got a good bounce back. When you said there were hardly any moderate resorts, I don't know what that means. That means there were some moderates. You didn't want those certain moderates, or they didn't have any moderates. So I'm assuming that they had some. If that is your only outlet, I would try to go with the moderate. If it's hands down, you need those 4 beds, I would definitely take any moderate they have, just to be able to fit everybody in the room. You can book 2, I believe it's 3 rooms per the bounce back offer. So you can book up to 3 rooms with that bounce back offer. So if you wanted to do another Art of Animation Lion King, it's going to cost you more, but you'll get 2 rooms. So that's big enough. That's more than enough space. But I would just keep trying to see if you could go back to the moderate and just wait for something to open up. Keep trying. Because eventually people cancel, and you will be able to squeeze something in. But I would definitely try, if it's a give or take, you need those 4 double beds, then keep trying for that moderate. If there was a moderate open, take it. And then you could switch later on. If you'll get those 4 double beds. If you're not happy with the Art of Animation suite, try getting the 2 Art of Animation suites. That's going to be a lot more expensive. But, like I said, what are your options? What's more important to you? The beds or the money? So, I hope that helps. And we'll be right back after this. This week's show. Thank you all for tuning in. And from all of us at 38 Studios, we appreciate you listening to the show. You can check us out on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You can check us out at Stitcher, iHeart, and TuneIn Radios. And if you could, leave us a review over at iTunes. That would be awesome. And until next time, Disney Nation.
Head on over to goaskmickey.com or check us out on Facebook or leave us a review on iTunes.